Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Then watch your step as you're getting off. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is New Orleans Square Station, New Orleans Square.
So please remain seated.
Chock full of them. Here in Critter Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and other beloved critters on fun-filled adventures where anything can happen.
That's what happened to Mom and Dad. Mom did all the time. They should go and sleep there, and I guess it's double again here. But yeah, I'm always practicing. I didn't make one. I said we make one tomorrow. You don't know when your next one is?
As we steam past Hungry Bear Restaurant, the last outpost in these parts, we're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. There is the revered Indian shaman, sharing his stories with those in the great river valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams and the stories that went with them were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. Signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of pier, the one you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, the cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find
Alright, from Toontown Depot will be a stop for all the Mickey's, Toontown, and Fantasyland attractions, where you can go on It's a Small World, Metaphor Falls Sleds, Mickey and Minnie's, Runaway Railway, Roger Rabbit's Parts and Spin, Chippendale's Yonder Coaster, Flying Temple, Flying Elephant, King Arthur's Carousel, and much more. We're going to be getting off here, just wait until the train stops, and then you can stand up for exit. Thank you. Alrighty, friends, thank you for your patience. We're not away to Tomorrowland. So just a couple of reminders to remain seated, keeping your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside of the train at all times. To save your life, your children, make sure they're also fully seated on a bench on the left of an adult, away from any other train opening. Our next stop, once again, is Tomorrowland Station.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
No, there's the car driving, and that's we're like, you drove with me the last time, we were in a little car.
No, I know, but I was thinking oh, it's the choo-choo train on the other side. That's what it was.
Now, babe, I don't know if we'll see
That's what it was.
the dinosaurs. If we don't see the dinosaurs, you want to just ride around? Those cars.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Tomorrowland Station is going to be your stop for Autopia, Space Mountain, the monorail, the Lightyear's Astro Blasters, Star Tours, and Finding Nemo submarines. You're going to be getting off here. Please remain seated until the train comes to a full stop, and then you can stand up to exit. Thank you. Alright, looks like we're on our way to Main Street, so please remain seated. Keep your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside of the train at all
That's
times.
where we can do.
Supervise your children. Make sure they're fully seated on a bench on the left, away from any of the train openings. Before we get to Main Street Station, we do have a small detour through the Grand Canyon and then back in time to the Primeval World. So as a courtesy to those around you, please no video lighting or flash photography.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs. We're now returning to our own time at the Main Street Station, gateway to Disneyland. If you're leaving us here, stay in your seat until we come to a full stop. Remember to gather all your personal belongings and step carefully from the train. I'd especially like to thank those of you who've been with me for the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland. We hope you enjoyed your travels with us and that you'll come back to ride with us again real soon. For those of you staying with us, we'll be on our way again in just a few minutes. This is Main Street Station, Main Street, USA.
I just want to make sure you got everything you wanted to.
Welcome back to Main Street Station. This will be your closest stop to Adventureland, Frontierland, New Orleans Square, Critter Country, and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It'll also be your stop if you're looking to watch the only showing of the Magic Happens Parade. It starts in about 5:30, less than an hour. You can find viewing in front of Town Square and down Main Street. If you'll be getting off here, just wait till the train fully stops and then you can stand up to exit. If you have any wheelchairs or strollers on board, just keep them folded as they reach the bottom of the stairs. There are no ramps or elevators at this station. Thank you.